Hello Internet, Sev here, and today I'm gonna do my first ever mod spotlight. Oh yeah! I've chosen to do a mod that is probably the most frequently asked about mod in the live stream, and that is Liquid XP. What a fantastic mob. It's by Immibis. I believe that's how you say the mod author's name, Immibis. Very excited to show you off all of this exciting stuff, and then at the end we'll go see this live in action in SevTech 2.0. All right, so the first block that we care about, period, with the entire mod is called the Liquid Experience Absorber. It's this little funky box with the green top. The pattern is really simple. Stone in a U shape with a bucket in the middle, pressure plate on top. Easy. And there it is, right there. So exciting. What does it do? Well, let me go into into survival mode so that we can see my experience bar. You can see that I have 2 levels of experience. Let's actually give me a little bit more right now. Oh yeah! Okay. So I have 12 levels of experience, and all I have to do is stand on it, whoop, and you can see that those levels just go away real fast, and they go into filling up this this tank here. By the way, I do have thermal expansion installed. So thermal expansion with Liquid XP, you do need a mod like Buildcraft, thermal expansion, to infinite tubes, I think it's called. You need some sort of mod to transport liquids, obviously, because this mod basically takes experience and turns into liquids. It's very notable to point out that you can actually hide the absorber block underneath a floor to make things look really cool. So if I stand on top of this, you can notice how my experience is also going down from here because there's a block underneath it, which is pretty damn sweet. So that is the absorber. That's the first way that you're going to need to get experience into some sort of a tank, whether it's a railcraft tank, a buildcraft tank, a thermal expansion tank, a Zycraft tank. Should I keep listing tanks? I think we're good. All right, what is next? Next is the Liquid Experience Collector. Now this is an interesting item because if there are any experience orbs in the area, it will collect them. You can see that there is a 13 by, oh, let me actually go into creative for all the rest of this. I don't think we need survival anymore. You can see I've drawn out a 13 by 13 square here. It's actually a 13 by 13 by 13 cube with the absorber at the center. So I drew a little line here so you can see how tall you can make it, and you can actually go 6 into the ground as well. And you'll notice as I throw experience at it, those XP orbs, they get absorbed and they go right into the tank, just like that. It's kind of hard to see. So let's go ahead and do it right on the border here. Put a few of them out there, and you'll notice all of the XP orbs that are inside the border go into the Liquid Experience Absorber, and all the rest stay outside. It has a pretty big range on it, which is awesome if you're doing certain kinds of farms where you need a large, maybe it's a large place for mobs to fall onto, or you just have a bunch of different collection points and you want them all to go into the same absorber. It has a pretty darn big range. The pattern for it is pretty simple. It just requires a Liquid Experience bucket, right? You really need to make an absorber absolutely first in this mod. And then you can take just a standard bucket, head over here to a tank, and fill it up. Oh, that worked out really well. Maybe it doesn't work with those kinds of tanks. I don't know. I don't use these kind of tanks. I use Buildcraft. I was trying not to use Buildcraft today, but apparently... Oh, you know what it is? I'm in creative mode. Dear Lord! There we go! Now I got my Liquid Experience bucket. What a herpaderp, right? Let me go ahead and fill this back up. I don't know why. I just want to fill it back up. Because it's fun. That's why. It's a little scary the first time you see your experience go down. You're like, oh God, I hope I didn't lose it. It's all right. It's right there. It's just in liquid form now. Okay, so that's the collector. Let's move on. This is the Catalyzer. The Catalyzer is really cool. So here is the recipe for it. It's a bit expensive. 3 diamonds, 3 blaze rods, another Liquid Experience bucket, and 2 pieces of stone. So hard to get. Anyway, there is the recipe for the Catalyzer. Catalyzer is quite simple. When a mob dies, in the range of the Catalyzer, which happens to be, by the way, the same range as the Absorber. When a mob dies in that range, it will drop its full load of experience without having to be hit by you. Normally, now, in Minecraft, to get experience out of a mob, you have to kill it. Well, with the Catalyzer, you don't have to, but that comes at the cost of it needs a little bit of experience to operate. So I have a tank here with some liquid experience in it that I got from over there earlier. This experience is required in order to make mobs drop their experience. So the Catalyzer's here, and I believe I have a block way up here. Oh yeah. Give me the damn zombie. Nice. Oh yeah, baby. So all these zombies die, and you'll notice they drop their experience orbs. I didn't kill them. They dropped the experience orbs because of the Catalyzer. And you'll also notice that the Catalyzer's liquid level has gone down slightly. Very slightly. Let me make it morning again. I don't want to go into nighttime here. Okay, so those are sort of the collection methods for experience. The rest of the machines do things with the liquid experience. This is sort of how to generate liquid experience. And I will show you a machine in SevTech that I've built that basically combines all of these into one massive, massive XP machine. All right, now how do we use that experience? First thing we need to build is a blank medallion. So liquid experience, you can convert it back into regular experience orbs pretty easily. We'll talk about that in a minute. But what you're gonna wanna do is turn it into a medallion. So to begin, you want to use a blank medallion, or an empty medallion. I guess it's empty, not blank. What a typo. Iron with the liquid experience bucket in the middle. Simple, easy to make an empty medallion. They stack in 4 and they are reusable. All right. The next 3 machines are machines that use liquid experience to perform functions that are normally done by anvils and enchanting tables. So the imprinter, as you can see, will take a medallion, a raw medallion, and it will insert a certain number of levels into that medallion, and that medallion will then be, it'll have that much experience inside of it. And then you use the medallion later to actually do your enchanting. The imprinter itself requires an empty medallion, a piston, 2 bookshelves, and 5 pieces of stone. And we can actually go ahead and start. Back here I have an imprinter. It's actually attached to a railcraft tank. So as you can see, railcraft, this is actually a railcraft steel tank, pro right there, that holds quite a bit. I've put some liquid experience in here. And let me just show you, before we get to the imprinter, if I just take glass bottles and I stick them inside here, oh yeah! This is how you can get your experience back out. It produces bottles of enchanting. I actually don't want to do that. But this is how you can get your experience back out if you want it to be on your person again. But really, when it's in XP form, you really don't need to get it back out unless there's another mod you're using that requires you to have it on your person. Okay, so over here we have our imprinter. I'm going to put it up to level 30 because why would you ever enchant anything below 30, right? And I'll go ahead and stick my empty medallions in there. And it's going to slowly use liquid experience from our tank. As you can see, it's going down, down, down to generate a medallion. Actually, I'm just going to put 1 in there because I don't want to use up all my experience. You can see that it's going to require 82.5 buckets. How many buckets do we have in here? Oh, we have 630 buckets in there. We have plenty of buckets. Very, very cool. While that's going, I want to show you the 2 other machines. We have the combiner here. The combiner's pretty cool. It requires 3 stone, 2 anvils, 3 liquid XP buckets, and a furnace. And the combiner is exactly what an anvil is. A regular standard vanilla anvil is exactly what the combiner is. So you see here I have a diamond sword and a looting 3 book. If I go over here to the combiner, I put the diamond sword in, the looting 3 book through. It says it needs 9 levels. It's using the liquid experience from behind it. And wait for it, wait for it. Oh yeah, we have a looting 3 diamond sword. Very, very cool. Is this done yet? Perfect. We'll use that glowing medallion here in just a second. Let me show you the last machine. Now this is a newer machine to the mod. This actually was just added. It's called the Liquid XP Isolator, and it is freaking cool. Let's take a look at the recipe. 1 anvil, 2 buckets, a diamond, and 5 pieces of stone. And look at how cool this is. It will actually remove enchants from your weapon. So let's say you have a weapon, you don't really like the enchant on it, or you want to take that enchant and put it somewhere else. Maybe you want to take an unbreaking off of a sword and put it onto a pickaxe. That's what this is for. This is so cool. So you come here to the machine, put the sword on top, an empty book on the bottom, and bloom! Just like that, the sword comes back with no enchant, and the looting 3 is now on the book. How freaking cool is that? Oh yeah! All right, and finally we have the Enchanter. And this is sort of what you're gonna use a lot. It is 5 obsidian, an enchanting table, 2 liquid experience buckets, and a diamond. It's not cheap. It's also not cheap because it requires 60 books. Every 2 books is 1 level. So it's not the normal 15 books that you would find in vanilla Minecraft. It's 4 times that in order to get up to max level 30. So if I were to actually remove 2 of these books, you will notice that the max level is now 29. So every 2 books adds another level. If you block the books, normally in vanilla, you can go ahead and block these with torches, right? You'll notice it doesn't do anything. It does absolutely nothing. So there's no obstruction here. Very, very simple. Don't have to worry about anything getting in the way or anything like that. And where can you put the books? I'll just go ahead and show you. I made this little thing here out of glass. Anywhere there's glass here is where you can put books. So it is the layer of the Enchanter itself, 2 above that and 1 below that, and 3 to every side. So it's a 7 by 7 square that is 4 tall, with the liquid experience in the middle and in the lower part of the middle. That's where you can put books, and they will be detected by the liquid experience. And so what we're gonna do is stick our medallion in. Now before I put my raw book in here, if I just stick a book in there, it is going to put literally random enchants. You know what I'm gonna do real fast? Oh no, I won't. I'll be fine. It's going to put random enchants on the book. So let me just throw in here. Let's see what we get. We got Protection 3, Feather Falling 4, Fortune 3. That does not make very much sense at all. The Protection and Feather Falling go together. Those can go on boots. But Fortune 3 on boots? What? It doesn't really make any sense. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to target what you enchant. So let me bring up another medallion here, a level 30 medallion. And to target it, you put the tool or whatever item that you want to enchant. You can put anything down here, whether it's, you know, boots, any kind of armor, any kind of weapon that can be enchanted, all that sort of stuff. And now it's going to use the durability of that weapon to force the book to only enchant to that weapon's standards. So if I put a book in now, you'll notice the durability went down, and this book corresponds to that weapon. You also notice how books using this can have multiple enchants on them, which is very, very cool. Normally in vanilla, if you enchant a book, it always becomes only 1 enchant. Here, more than 1. So now I can take this diamond sword with this sharpness 3, head over to my combiner, put the 2 in here, and all of a sudden I have a diamond sword with sharpness 3 on it. Oh yeah, then I can stick it right back up there, put the looting back on, and now because it's, you know, of a higher, it already has an enchant on it, it's gonna take more. I believe last time it needed 9, now it needs 12. It's getting all that XP from the back, and boom, there it is, sharpness 3, looting 3, and you can just play around with this now, you know, putting it in here, bloop, just like that, boom, and so looting 3 is still on there, sharpness is off, boom, just like that, looting 3 is off there now. Very, very sexy. Okay, so now we're going to do, now that we've seen all the machines and sort of what we can do with them, I'm going to head over to SevTech 2.0 and show you this mod in a legit survival scenario. Be right back. All right, and here we are in SevTech 2.0. The frame rate right now is a little low because there's a lot of stuff going on near me. This is where I am storing my liquid experience. If we go downstairs here, get on down, please, please. There it is. We have the largest steel tank you can possibly make. Basically the largest tank you can get in the game. 20 million units of liquid experience. So that's 20.7 thousand buckets of liquid experience. We have a lot of liquid experience here. And you notice we have it going up to our machines. Let me go ahead and go up here. This is the world that I live stream with mods. And those Liquiducts head up here to 2 imprinters because I want to speed things up, the combiner, and an anvil because the combiner doesn't really tell you what it's going to make or if it's going to work. And so the anvil is just here to check things and to name things, right? There's no way to name anything using Liquid XP. So you do need to have a little bit of experience on you if you want to name something. This is my setup for, 30 books. It's just my setup for 30 books. And over here we just have crazy ass would be the ones I didn't even put anything on. Look at all these different books. Swords, tons of different books. Very, very exciting. Now the question is, how am I generating all that experience? I mean, look, we had 20 million experience. Holy crap. That is a lot. If we head over here. Oh, world. Okay, it survived. All right, we'll head over here to the end. We're using Mistcraft to get to the end. And I'll put on fly mode here and we'll head out to the Ender Farm. Actually, while we're on the way out to the Ender Farm, we're gonna want to turn that off. It's gonna be crazy over here. The Ender Farm is how we're producing all of the Liquid XP in this world. And there it is. This is actually from Extra Utilities. This is the conveyor belt from Extra Utilities mod. Let's not worry about that. That will definitely be a mod spotlight coming up in the near future. Something we'll talk about a lot. Turn off fly mode and here we go. So I have 2 absorbers here. I have basically conveyor belts moving the pearls and the experience down here into this area. 2 absorbers on either side to pick up any experience. And of course, the ender pearls are going back to my storage facility. We have 2 more of the max size steel tanks here. They both have about 9 million in them so far. Dear Lord, that is a lot of experience. I AFK'd here for like 6 hours, so it's a lot of experience. We'll head downstairs and see how it all works. All right, so what do we have down here? We have our collector right here, which is attached to Liquiducts. The Liquiducts also go through a buffer chest. This buffer tank just ensures that my Catalyzer always has XP no matter what. So we just keep a little bit of a buffer here just in case something finicky happens and we run out of experience running through our pipes. The Catalyzer will always still have experience to run off of. The experience, you can see I'm attracting those XP orbs. The experience from the Catalyzer goes through these pipes and into each tank. And each tank is connected with an ender tank to my main storage facility back at base. So I basically can just AFK here. I think I have like 60,000 pearls now or something ridiculous. I just sit here and AFK. Oh, I forgot to mention, right under the slab right here, under this slab, I believe it is. Let's check it out. Yep, under that slab right there, I have the Liquid Experience Absorber. So basically what I do when I'm bored, I guess, I basically just sit here and stand here like this. All the XP goes into the absorbers and I profit. Very exciting. So that's gonna do it for me with the Liquid Experience mob. I highly encourage you all to download it. You can find it down in the info section and I'll see you during the next video. Peace out, guys.